Ready for an exciting journey into the world of George Washington? Get ready to discover how this incredible figure became a man everyone respects. From his remarkable leadership to his unwavering dedication, Washington's story is full of inspiration and lessons you can apply to your own life as a man. So sit back as we dive into the captivating tale of George Washington. Before we begin, make sure you like and subscribe so you can help us spread this valuable information that can help other men. Make sure you activate notification so you don't miss any videos. Leadership. Like Washington, men can strive to be strong leaders in their personal and professional lives. Taking charge, making wise decisions, and inspiring others can earn respect. George Washington was a successful leader who contributed to the success of our young nation in achieving its independence. He is commonly referred to as the father of our country. Through the actions he took, he contributed to the launch of America. In order to become a new kind of leader for a new kind of nation, George Washington was a guy of good principles who put in a lot of effort. In addition to having a strong sense of honor, he prioritized the interests of the nation before his own personal ambitions. In all aspects of public behavior and manner, his capacity to put the public good ahead of his own personal interests served as a model for others to pursue and emulate. In addition to his toughness and kindness, I believe that Washington's second mix of humility and confidence was what made him a model for leadership. Integrity. Washington was known for his honesty and integrity. Men today can focus on being truthful, keeping their word, and acting with honor in all aspects of life. At the heart of Washington's honesty was his unwavering dedication to the cause of patriotism, which he was willing to sacrifice his own life for. On the battlefield, he was a leader who led by example. Having a reputation for being honest and trustworthy was something that George Washington understood to be valuable and powerful. Through his successful career as a planter and trader, as well as his service in the militia during the French and Indian War, he became the personification of the ideal of gentlemanly honor that was prevalent in the 18th century. His nomination as Commander-in-Chief of the Continental Army in 1775 was a direct result of Washington's demonstrated capabilities and faultless stature, particularly his reputation as a person of great moral integrity. The success of Washington's leadership as a whole was significantly influenced by his honesty, which he continually displayed and carefully defended throughout the conflict. The essence of Washington's greatness as a leader was found in his selfless nature and his moral character. In the same way that George Washington was respected by all people, having integrity is an essential component of being a man. Being honest, remaining loyal to your ideals, and acting in a manner that is morally sound even when no one is looking is what we mean when we talk about having integrity. Individuals are more likely to appreciate and trust you if you constantly demonstrate integrity in both your acts and your words. The most important thing is to remain loyal to who you are and the values that you hold. Exactly the same as George Washington demonstrated. Confidence. Stand up for what you believe in. It was during George Washington's leadership of the American Revolution against British authority that he demonstrated his commitment to standing up for what he believed in. He held the belief that the ideals of liberty, freedom, and self-governance should be taken seriously. Washington's actions as a military leader, and subsequently as the first president of the United States, demonstrated his unshakable devotion to these ideals. George Washington was the first president of the United States. He battled for the independence of the American colonies and worked toward the establishment of a nation that was powerful and had a unified leadership. It was Washington's unwavering commitment and dogged determination in the face of adversity that elevated him to the status of a revered historical figure. It is possible for a man to begin his journey toward standing up for himself in the same manner as George Washington by first establishing his self-assurance in his core ideas and principles. You should not be hesitant to voice your thoughts, and you should have a clear grasp of what you stand for. It is very important to know this. Just like Washington, you have the ability to set an example for people to follow and motivate them via your actions. It is important to remember to remain loyal to who you are and to be forceful when it happens. Maintaining a polite attitude and being open to experiencing things from a variety of perspectives will also assist you in navigating difficult circumstances. Humility. Despite his accomplishments, Washington remained humble. Men can show humility by acknowledging their strengths and weaknesses, treating others with respect, and being open to learning from others. Washington was able to demonstrate a number of qualities that are essential for a strong leader, including the ability to be vulnerable and showing humility. When it came to building his power as a resilient leader, he utilized these leadership attributes to his advantage. Through the use of empathy, he was able to bring individuals together and locate areas of agreement. He demonstrated his humanity to the people, which resulted in them respecting him and feeling a connection to him. Through the demonstration of these characteristics, Washington positioned himself as a leader who was both sympathetic and effective. He came to the realization that being vulnerable does not equate to being weak. Rather, it enables him to exercise control over his feelings and to be able to tolerate situations in which things are not going according to plan. The ability to overcome obstacles and go forward without becoming mired in a rut was something he understood. These more conventional characteristics can be adapted to fit your own personal style if you are a modern leader. You and your team may achieve even greater success by incorporating the attributes that made Washington such an excellent leader. These qualities have stood the test of time and can be easily incorporated in today's workplace. Even when you have accomplished a great deal, it is important to maintain a humble and ground-level mentality. This is what we mean when we talk about humility. Regardless of the many achievements he had as a leader, Washington was noted for his exceptional humility. Maintaining a humble attitude allows you to demonstrate respect for other people, recognize your own limitations, and establish a presence that is positive and more approachable. Maintaining a humble attitude is essential if you want to become a respected individual, so keep that in mind. Service. Washington dedicated his life to serving his country. Men today can make a positive impact by giving back to their communities, volunteering, or using their skills to help others. Over the course of his life, George Washington demonstrated service in a variety of different ways. The leadership he displayed throughout the American Revolutionary War is a particularly noteworthy example. Washington led the Continental Army in its war for independence while serving as the commander-in-chief of the Continental Army. Following the conclusion of the war, he went on to become the first president of the United States, during which time he exerted a great deal of effort to build a nation that was powerful and unified. His unwavering dedication to serving the public and looking out for the welfare of his fellow residents garnered him a great deal of respect. It is Washington's commitment to service that serves as a model for all of us to follow in order to have a positive influence in the areas in which we live. There is another great approach to become a man whom everyone respects, just like George Washington did, and that is to show devotion to others. One of Washington's most notable qualities was his unwavering commitment to serving both his country and his fellow citizens. You have the ability to follow in his footsteps by looking for opportunities to assist others and give back to the community in which you live. You may win the respect of those around you and make a significant difference in the world by performing acts of service. These acts of service might take the form of volunteering, supporting a cause that you believe in, or simply being there for someone who is in need. George Washington left behind a legacy that is absolutely astounding since he was a man that everyone respected. His self-discipline, his willingness to serve others, and his leadership characteristics have established a high standard for all of us. When we strive to become persons who are respected and admired by those around us, we can do so by engaging in self-discipline practices, demonstrating service to others, and exemplifying good leadership. We should strive to become the finest versions of ourselves, and we should take Washington's example as a reference point. By embodying these qualities, men can earn respect and become role models in their own spheres of influence, just like George Washington.